everybody, my name is Mars, you can call me MG if you'd like, and today I've got another tag video. This time I'm doing the I'll get around to it later book tag, and in true Mars fashion, this has been on my to-do list for many months. I saw Maeve do this on her channel, I want to say sometime in like the early spring, like it was a while ago, and she didn't tag me, but like I want to do this anyway, so I'm doing it, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. This is a cute little tag with, I believe, 7 questions, and I will leave Maeve's video as well as the original video down in the description for you to click the link and check out. But without any further ado, why don't we get to talking about these books that I will eventually get to. So first up is a classic that you've been meaning to read but haven't gotten to yet, and for that I'm going to go with The Odyssey. I have this edition, which is translated by Richmond Lattimore, and I got this at a library book sale last year, but I've been meaning to read The Odyssey for literal ages. I just never read it in school like I know a lot of people do, but I've read retellings of it. I've seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's one of my favorite movies, which is a retelling of the Odyssey, if you did not know, and it's also fantastic. So I need to get around to reading it finally. I feel like I'm gonna have a great time with it. And also, this cover is beat up because I did get it secondhand, but I'm kind of obsessed with the art and the colors. It's so stunning. Next up is a book on your shelf that you haven't read yet, and I have an entire TBR cart. The shelves behind me are just for books that I have read, and I have almost 50 books on my TBR cart, so instead of picking one out, I am just going to insert a clip here of me showing you what the cart looks like as a whole. So this is the current state of my TBR cart. It's not completely full, but it is almost at maximum capacity, and there are some books tucked behind there on this bottom shelf, so like I can fit a few more books on here, but not very many. Next up, we have a book that you got recently, and I frequent my little free libraries in the area, so I am constantly bringing books in to put on my TBR cart. But one that I got most recently, which was probably just about a week ago at this point, is Sophie and the Bone Song by Adrienne Tooley, and this is, what is this from? This is the Fae Crate edition, and it's a stunning cover, and then we have, I'm assuming, the love interest on the back. Beautiful. I have read 2 books by Adrienne Tooley at this point. I read The Third Daughter, and I read Sweet and Bitter Magic, and I wouldn't say she's like a favorite author, but I do really enjoy her books. She's got a very like cozy and sweet kind of quality to her writing that I really enjoy, and her books are sapphic, which is always a bonus for me. I love queer books, and this is no exception. This also has magic relating to music, which I think is really fun, and I've seen people say that if you like An Enchantment of Ravens that you're really gonna like this, and Enchantment of Ravens is one of my favorite books, so I'm super excited to get to this one, hopefully sometime soon, but we'll just have to wait and see. And on the opposite side of things, we have a book that you've owned forever, and this is the only book that I've owned and have not read prior to 2024, so every other book on my TBR, my physical TBR, that is, we're not going to talk about ebooks, but my physical TBR, every single book besides this one I've either acquired in 2024 or 2025. This one I have had since 2016, so almost a decade, and I have yet to read it. That is Inferno by Dan Brown. Why? Why do I have this? But I'm determined to read it. I'm not going to unhaul it without reading it. It's come with me too far, so I'm gonna do it this year, hopefully, but yeah, I don't think I can make it to the full 10-year mark without reading this. That just sounds insane, and I got it in spring of 2016, so I've got a few more months, but like, I really just have to get on this. Up next is a book recommended by a friend that you haven't gotten to yet, and I'm a little ashamed to say this, but almost 2 years ago, for Christmas in 2023, my dear friend Violet gave me a list of 10 books that she had read and thought that I would enjoy, and I've read 6 of them so far, which it's more than 50%, but it's also been over a year and a half since she gave me this list, and there were only 10 on there, so the fact that I haven't read those last 4, a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, of the 4 that I still have yet to read, I am excited to read all of them, but the one I think I'm most excited to read is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is also a book that has been recommended to me by other friends besides Violet, so like, I really just need to read it at this point. Then we have a book you've been procrastinating on, and as I mentioned, aside from Inferno, which I could put here, but I already used it for a different question, so we're gonna pick a different book. I'm usually pretty good about reading books when I get them, or at least within a somewhat timely manner. Like, the oldest books on my TBR, aside from Inferno, have only been there for like a year and a half. But this book, I haven't owned it for super long, just a couple of months, but I'm considering myself procrastinating on it because I have had several opportunities to read it, to put it on TBRs and things like that, and I just keep not doing it and reading other books instead because I'm a little bit intimidated, even though I'm super excited to get to it. But that book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I really, really want to read this, but I'm also absolutely terrified to do so. So I just keep putting it off, even when I have had several opportunities to read it in the past couple of months that I've owned it. So yeah, definitely procrastinating because I am scared. And the last question for this tag is the next book on your TBR. And this actually isn't a book that I own. I have several books checked out from the library and more waiting for me that I actually have to pick up. But the next book I'll be reading is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I'm very excited to get to this, and you will actually see it in an upcoming vlog, a vlog that's already out. I don't remember actually where those 2 videos are coming out, this one and that vlog, in relation to each other, so it's either already out or will be out soon. And so there you have it. That was the I'll get around to it later book tag. I'm not gonna tag anyone because I wasn't actually tagged to do this, but if you want to and you want to say that I tagged you, you are more than welcome to do that. You can also just answer some of these questions down in the comments and we can get some conversation going. That's always a fun time. We have now come to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.